welcome Michael J. Fox.
I'm so glad.
What?
I'm so glad. I don't need this little thing. It's
You don't need a stool?
no, the little thing that comes out.
Yeah, I'll
My
use that
feet are on the
occasionally.
ground.
Do you get tired of people in articles referring sometimes to your short stature?
Not really. It's I've always been short, so especially around this guy.
Yeah, it's 6'4".
Yeah, you're a big guy, but no, it's always kind of worked to my advantage. You know, when I was a kid growing up, if like a friend was locked out of his house, I was the guy who could fit through the bathroom window. Or I was the guy who could crawl down the grate and get the ball. You know, so it always worked to my advantage. And I started acting when I was 15, playing like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
And so it's always worked for me. So I just look people in the eye and tell them it's okay with me.
Did you get to be a certain age and still think you were going to grow, and then it just...
Yeah,
Just
yesterday I harbored the fantasy for a few minutes. I went maybe. No, I think actually I got used to it. There was a point there when I was working. I was about 18 and I moved down to the States and was playing younger parts. And I thought, one day I'm gonna like grow, and the whole thing is gonna go out the window. So.
Never happened, huh?
Never happened. I did when I was about, I guess about 15, 16. I got into a thing where I thought if I ate a lot, that I would grow. So I did a lot of power eating and
Worked for Ed.
yeah. Well, I grew out this way.
No.
I was about 4'11", 140 pounds.
I've read people about once they would try to get in the police department, and they would be like a half an inch short, and they would actually try to stretch by hanging from a bar or something, but from...
Right, they had this other thing called rolfing. A guy was trying to sell me on this one, said he knows how to make people grow. It's called rolfing. He said you lie down on a table, and they hit your back with a little hammer. So I told him, get out of town. I'll be okay, put your hammer away. I think I like it like this.
You originally came from Canada?
Right, right. Yeah, Vancouver I'm from.
How old were you then?
Well, I left Canada when I was 18, but I spent the first 18 years of my life there. I've been here for a quarter of my life now. It's hard to imagine. I've been here for 6 years.
Did you get a job right away?
Yeah, I worked right away for about the first year. I did a series called Palmerstown, USA, and
Right.
I did like Family and Lou Grant and all that stuff, and then I just stopped working for a while.
That's really traumatic sometimes when things are going well and you're getting paid pretty well.
Yeah, you think you're
And
Howard
then all
Hughes.
of a sudden it stops.
Yeah, it just one day they kind of went, well, it was fun hiring him, but let's hire someone else now. So for about a year and a half, I didn't work very much at all. And because I'm Canadian, I was only allowed to be an actor here. I wasn't allowed to do anything. I couldn't go to Ralph's, and box groceries. So.
Oh, that's right, because you have to get a certain card
Yeah,
or
you have
something
all these
come
permits, and I had like a special ability visa, was what they called
Right.
it. So it sounded like I had ESP or something, but it's just, I was an actor. But
in. Did you have any money put away?
yeah, I had to put away in like a lot of restaurants, and I had to put away in.
Would you now? If you didn't work for almost a year?
Yeah, well, I did little things. I mean, I did a movie in Canada called Class of '84, which was, I think, about a bunch of students who axe murder their teachers. You know, that was a highlight of my career. But that was about. I was doing little things like that, and I was just trying to get by. I had a sectional couch that I was selling section by section.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I
Selling off the furniture?
I sold. There's an actor who lived in my building, and I sold him my couch section by section. He still has it, I think.
We're going to take a short break, but we're coming right back. Stay where you are. We're talking to Michael J. Fox. Did you finally sell all the sectional couch, or did you?
Yeah, I had one little bit left.
And then all of a sudden
I
you
was
got
gonna
a
have
job.
it bronze. But
That's kind of nice. You didn't get away. You didn't get totaled.
Yeah, no, I still had a little bit left.
You're having a real good year. Most actors, when they've had those lean periods and they get something where they've got some bread coming in, go out and say, okay, now I'm going to buy something I've wanted.
Right.
Just out of luxury. Did you do that?
Well, when things weren't going that well, I used to always hate when some young guy about my age would drive by in this, those sports cars, really fancy sports car with the big tires and everything. I used to hate those jerks. So I went out and bought one.
Yeah.
It's great.
To get even with it.
It's
kind of nice to tool
turbo,
down the street.
It's great. It goes 90 backwards.
Yeah. And you
Well,
bought a house, somebody said?
Yeah, I just got a house in the hills. It kind of reminds me of Canada because there's like dirt all around it and stuff, and trees that have been there for a while. And in fact, there's a guy who is kind of the equivalent of, I guess, bombastic Bushkin.
Oh,
This
yeah,
guy
right.
who works for me named Howard the Wiznicki.
That's your business manager?
Yeah, and he said to me, I was looking for houses. He said, okay, now what you want to do, when you go and you see these houses with the broker, you be real cool. You be real, you hate everything. You don't like the house, you wouldn't live in it if they paid you, you know, and that way he can negotiate. So I looked at all these houses and I walked into this one and I looked around and I threw my keys in the ground, dropped to my knees, said, my house, my house. And
Blew the cool and you won.
well, yeah, he just turned to the broker and said, he does this at every house. No.
You don't want to get too cool.
No,
that's
but-
no fun.
But we got it, and I was bouncing around. And then
My house, I want
finally
it.
got it and moved in. I put a lawn chair in the middle of the empty living room with a baseball bat and just said, mine.
Mine.
This is mine. So I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. You have a current lady friend? It's none of my business, but you know, I just thought.
How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a current lady friend. How about you?
This, yeah.
So there's an
I
old saying: somebody hands you a hot potato, you hand it
yeah,
back,
hand
right?
it right back. Who are you seeing, by the way? Because it might be the
What are you
same
from one of those
person.
tabloids or something?
Right, yeah.
No, I mean you're a good-looking young man. I mean you've got a hit now, and you're.
Actually, there's someone that I've seen for quite a while, but because I'm so busy, I have a lot of room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure.
So anyway,
Blame that.
did you see any of Wimbledon? Was that Becker kid?
Boy,
Was
you're
he
really
amazing?
changing the subject.
No, he was.
I have a feeling you have a revolving door in your new house. Why do I get... Anyway, let's talk about the picture.
Okay.
It's a fascinating premise. One
It's
goes
a-
back and sees their parents
Right.
when they were young.
What he actually does is he goes back. He has a friend who's a mad scientist played by Christopher Lloyd, who's just
Funny man.
great. Yeah, he's a maniac. He's great.
Christopher Lloyd, if you don't remember, played Jim in Taxi.
Yeah, it was Jim.
Yeah. Disturbed,
And,
Jim, disturbed.
Yeah, he was great. And anyway, he's an inventor, and he invents this time machine made out of a DeLorean. You know those cars.
Oh, do I know those cars?
And
Do I know those cars? Yeah.
anyway, he makes this time machine, and he sends Marty back to 1955. And Marty interferes with his parents' meeting, and immediately jeopardizes his own future existence.
course.
So now he's got to get his parents together and get back to the future.
Good premise. Here's a film clip.
Oh, I should explain this before you go because it's really complicated. What happened was Marty's grandfather hit him with the car, and his mother gets a crush on him, and now he's having dinner with his family who they don't know that they're going to be his family.
And his mother is...
His mother is
Your future mother is eyeing
making,
you.
making the moves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Okay. Weird situation. Watch the monitor. So your next picture comes out when? You follow this one?
August 9th.
August
yeah.
9th.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. Weird Al Yankovic is standing by. We'll be back.